I was giving people a bit of an update on the front end on the interface, and I think I did a pretty good improvement there on the streaming swap settings. And on one of them for the to choose the interval, like how many blocks between a swap, um, I have 0. And my understanding before, well, the way I understood it, or I thought I understood it, is that if you have a 0 interval, that turns it into an immediate order, like a market order. And but I'm not 100% sure. And so I think Koitsu mentioned that now with the advanced swap queue, putting 0 in interval actually does something else now.
Yeah.
Um, so yeah, maybe you can help me. I apologize. I tried going through the docs. I tried to
No, no,
figure
no,
it
it's
out.
fine. No,
And
no, it's perfectly fine.
yeah.
Um, so like the interval typically would have been 1 in most cases, which just says like how how many blocks do we wait until we do another sub swap? Right. That's the question that this is basically answering. And so 1 is just like every block do a sub swap and you just kind of like streaming swap your way through the thing, right? But with rapid swaps more so than anything else, you could get multiple transactions or multiple sub swaps within a single block, right? And so I wanted to make sure there was a way that you could opt in and out of that system, right? So like when adding rapid swaps, I wanted to make sure that like if you didn't want to do a rapid swap, you just didn't like the behavior or whatever, like just give you that flexibility to use the old system. So like if you put in 1, it just it does a trade every swap, and it doesn't allow you to do a rapid swap in that scenario. It's just 1 trade per block, right? So you miss out on the rapid swaps functionality in that scenario. If you put 0, you're just like, "Give me, like, the fastest speed possible," which for right now, it's still just 1 in the current moment because rapid swaps is turned off. It's not an active feature. So if you were to put 1 right now, I think what would happen, I'd have to look at the code to be sure, but, like, I think what would happen is it would just default it back to from a 0 to a 1, I believe. But once Surface Swaps is on, it'll do, like, multiple trades per block in that scenario.
Okay. So it won't be so with rapid swaps on. Let's plan for it being on, right? And what looking forward when we choose 0 for the interval, um, it'll just do multiple swaps within a block instead of
Yeah.
one swap per block.
It'll trade basically as fast as it can muster, right? However fast it can trade, it'll trade that fast, looking for the fastest speed possible. But if you put a 1 in there, you're just saying, like, "Just do 1 sub
Okay.
trade per
Okay.
block so that we go, like, a little bit
Yeah.
slower."
Okay. Okay. So then my understanding is correct. If we choose 0, it sells as fast as possible. It might still take 5 blocks to do it,
Yeah.
but okay.
It
Okay.
depends on, like, how RB the arbs are, right? Like, how much liquidity are they putting in intra-block, like, in the middle of the block, so to speak, to allow multiple trades to happen in a single block. But if there's no arbing, in that within the context of within a block, right? Then it's just gonna, like, fall back. It should fall back to just, like, every block doing 1 trade, which is what it does right now.
Okay. Just making some notes for myself.
Yeah, yeah. That's the expected behavior. Of course, rapid swaps hasn't been turned on yet. It could have issues or could have bugs with it. So, be wary in the beginning for any new feature, being rapid swaps or anything else for that matter. You know.
So then with rapid swaps turned off, if somebody enters 0 at interval, it'll just it'll actually just change it to 1. It'll
I
just
think so.
go 1 block. Okay.
Yep. I
Okay,
believe
got
so.
it. That's fine. Like, it's
Yeah.
just at least it's the conservative option. It's not gonna, like, make it worse type deal.
Yes. I mean, that obviously, like, we don't wanna make things worse, right?
Yeah. Yeah.
My genius brain tells me we don't want things to go to go worse. That's a really
Yeah.
hard thing to figure out. But that's why I've been hesitant to turn on rapid swaps to begin with. Even though the code's been there for months now, technically, it's, like, live in the chain. We could just flip it on right now if we really felt like it. But I was weary about the scenario where we trade too many times within a block, and there's no counterweight or there's nothing correcting the price per swap that you're doing. And I didn't want to give you a worse price execution than if you just did 1 every block, like that. So I was just trying to be cautious of that.
Yeah. Gotcha. Cool. Alright, thank you.